Hello and welcome to a very special Drag Race UK versus the World live stream here on The Mirror. My name is Ryan Wilks and today I'm joined by the crazily talented Lemon. How are you, Lemon?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm so excited to be here.
Fabulous. So I just want to start by asking, how do you feel last night after your elimination? Obviously, you were representing your nation. You did, I'm shocked. I have no words. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. I'm very, very thankful for the reception. I'm very thankful for how, everyone is reacting to things. And I'm just, you know what? All I want to do is perform, and all I want to do is, do my thing. And if someone isn't my biggest fan, that's totally fine. Do your thing. But I'm like, I just want to perform for the people who love me because I love them.
And speaking of people that love you, I'm not sure if you've been looking at Twitter, but let me tell you now, people are not happy. So I want to take things all the way back to when you first got the call, Lemon. How did it feel knowing that you were about to represent Canada along with Jimbo? I'm not sure if you knew that Jimbo was on from the start, but how did it feel like knowing that you were about to represent your whole country?
I mean, it was really, really, really exciting. I like love Canada, and I feel like sometimes Canadian art and Canadian artists aren't taken seriously and put on the same level as, North American artists or UK or anything like that. So it was very exciting for me to get to put myself in this competition and hopefully show, Canada has some really fierce talent and some really fierce queens. And I, even though I did come dead last, I still think I did that.
You absolutely did that. And I was watching last night and thinking it's so crazy to think how if this was a regular All Stars, I think that you would have won the challenge. But then obviously because you're up against so many incredible performers, they're nitpicking at fine details, which obviously the inevitable happened. And I want to say that the stakes have never been higher for this competition. Do you personally think that Rue and Michelle should have put you in the bottom, or do you think it should have been somebody else?
I don't think I don't think I would have put me in the bottom. But when we sign up for this competition, we know who the judges are. You know what I mean? And we sign up knowing Rue and Michelle are going to make their decision regardless of what we think. And if I had been sitting behind the judges panel, maybe I would have felt a different way too. But I think that for the first time ever seeing RuPaul and Michelle in person, all I wanted to do was dance and rap because those are the things that I love to do. And those are the things that I know people buy tickets to come see me do. So I thought, yeah, I could do a tap number. I could do a random acro number. I could, cartwheel for 15 minutes. I could lip sync upside down. There are all these wonderful things that I could do. But I was like, I've never, ever, ever even gotten a chance to walk. So why wouldn't I just do that and get to show what I love to do and what people pay to see me do?
Yeah, and like you said, you went there, you went with your track. We all know that Rue loves a jump split off a big box, as we've seen previously. And also, we know that Rue loves a track. Like I said previously, people have won on All Stars by doing that. So I think that you did an amazing job and you should definitely be proud of what you achieved, definitely. So walking onto the stage, Lemon, when that curtain rose, who were you expecting to see there?
I mean, honestly, I was expecting who I did see because they are all, every single person that's cast is a fan favorite. They all got top 5. Every single person is amazing. And I obviously followed all of them on Instagram and loved them all. And was just super, super excited. I think the most surprising to me were probably the American girls. And I just say that because they'd already, been on All Stars and I wasn't sure what the format of the show would be. So seeing them, I was like, oh my God, this is even more intense than regular All Stars would be. So I thought that was really exciting and really different. But yeah, me and Jimbo hadn't spoken about going. But I had just, I really hoped that the other Canadian person would be Jimbo because I think what Jimbo brings to drag is super exciting. And I think with both of us, we do represent a lot of what Canadian drag is about because I think there's so much incredible artistic, alternative drag in Canada that is really, really cool and celebrated. And I think I bring, a polish and a certain level of entertainment that is also a huge part of Canada. And I think, both of us together make up a really exciting country deal.
Oh my God, 100%. And I think that you actually summed that up perfectly in terms of like, you give like the complete polish, and not that Jimbo does, but Jimbo does something completely different to you.
Yeah,
That Jimbo brings the clown out.
There is super polished. Like, this is the best of the best. But I just think, my shoes were the nicest every time. So.
And that is on period, 100%. So in the workroom, we did see quite a lot of tense drama within the first 15 minutes. Were you expecting that level of cattiness straight away, or were you too focused on the crown?
I mean, I live for a little drama. You know what I mean? It is Drag Race. Like, I'm sure we were all excited for a little bit of,
That's what makes Drag Race.
I wasn't surprised that it happened so quickly, but I think also people are watching this and thinking like, oh my God, it's only been 10 minutes. But I'm like, the reality is we have been together at this point for multiple hours, So it's not like we just walked in and immediately we're like, your dress is ugly, your hair looks, poop. But we all are good sisters. We're all good friends. And I think if you can't read your friends, who can you read?
Exactly. And it's a drag competition, but it's also a reality television show. And that's what I think people seem to forget. Like, you're going there to provide television.
Exactly. And we may or may not be encouraged to play it up. So why wouldn't we? It makes more fun for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And when you were de-dragging Lemon, who would you say was your biggest competition in the room?
My biggest competition in the room? Rue and Michelle.
That's fair. That is fair. Like, when you go into this competition, you are also thinking, oh my God, who am I going to be versing? And like you said, like when the curtain rose, you probably thought, okay, like you're quite similar in terms of like Cheryl. I know that you're quite friendly with Cheryl. So it's like, you probably looked at Cheryl and thought, oh my God, like we both do similar things. Like you both turn the house down when like it comes dancing. So it's like, you probably looked around the room and thought, okay, I'm too focused on the crown. I need to think about what I'm actually being judged on rather than the competition in the room.
Feel, I did what I do. And it's like, that's, I was a competitive dancer growing up. And I think one thing that was really instilled into me, I'm very thankful for competitive dance for this because it's made, my career a lot easier. But like, you realize that it's not about winning or losing, but it's just about you going and you doing the best. And it's like, you can absolutely come dead last. If you still feel like you went on stage and did the best you could do, that's still first place,
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's like, if you go on stage and you feel like you did terribly and then you win everything, it's like, I still feel terrible. So I feel like I did what I did and I was so proud of my number. And when I got back and sat down, I know everyone turned in their stools and was like, Lemon, that was really good. And I was like, So I'm like, if a panel of judges don't agree, I'll survive.
Yeah, you'll take it, which we all think that you did incredible. And I know that all of your fans around the world did as well. So I want to talk about the fact that this season was actually filmed in the middle of a pandemic. So when it came to sourcing hair, sourcing garments, how was that, Lemon? Talk us through the hardships of that, because I personally have spoken to queens from previous seasons and they've spoke about how you couldn't just go to the fabric shop, you couldn't just walk down the street and get a pack of nails. How hard was it actually preparing for this show?
It was very, very hard, but I'm very lucky because when I was preparing for Canada's Drag Race, I had no money to get anything done. So I had these big dreams and big visions of, oh, I wish I could do this. I want to do this. And then I would message a designer and say, oh, how much would that cost? And they would say, you could literally never afford that. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I would have to, you know, come to plan B, and then it would come to plan C, and then to plan D and E and F and, you know, G. So it took forever for me to get those looks together because I was like, I can't afford to get a new dress. So what am I going to do? So this time I have been saving my money since Canada's Drag Race, and every little detail that I wanted to achieve, I was able to just walk in and swipe and get. So, you know, I'm very thankful for my success because of Drag Race, and I'm thankful that I saved my money and knew how to spend it. And yeah, you know, at least I have a bunch of new cute shoes to wear.
Oh my God, 100%. And with the looks that you've just spoken about, will we be seeing them? Will you be posting the looks that you would have worn on the runway?
Everything on my Instagram. I will make sure that everyone gets to see what I brought. You know what? For sure, next week, I obviously can't say the category, but next week, everyone will gag for my Instagram posts. So
I'll be keeping an eye out for that, definitely. So, Lemon, I want us to talk about the fact that in your previous season, you absolutely destroyed Snatch Game as Jojo Siwa. Did you have a character in mind, and can you reveal who that was?
Yes, I was going to do Tim Gunn from Project Runway. Hello to
Oh my God. Amazing.
I was really excited about it. I had a lot of funny avenues to run down. So I was really excited. But honestly, you know, I did so well last time that I was like nervous to go and do it again and live up to the hype. So I was like, now we can all just pretend I would have been incredible, and it's better this way.
Yeah, 100%. You honestly, I'm just gutted that you've gone. Like, I'm such a fan, and I'm just like, I just want to see more and more of you. I think you make great television for one. Your looks are incredible, and your talent is off the charts. So whenever you want to return, I'm going to be tuning in. And I want to talk about now also Drag Race fans all around the world have been basically begging you for another single with Priyanka or without Priyanka. Can we expect an album soon? And I've got my fingers crossed. Can we expect more music soon, Lemon?
I am working on a little EP, and I'm getting it all together. I want to take my time with it so that when I release it, it's exactly how I want it to sound, and it's exactly what I want it to be. I feel like I could drop something next week and I wouldn't feel 100% proud of it. So I'd rather just wait until it's like I can put something out there that I know everyone is going to be like, this is incredible. So come through, I wrote my rap myself, and I want to make sure that, you know, going forward, whenever I do release anything like that, that it comes from me.
Oh my God, 100%. And if Come Through is anything to go by, we're all going to be flawed. Like,
yeah, I love rap. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And I think, you know, especially female rappers are such an inspiration to me because the intelligence that it takes to write a really cleverly worded rap is unbelievable. If you really listen to like Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, like all of these incredible, you know, female rappers, like they have the most absolutely breathtaking lyrics. Sometimes you literally have to Google it to even get the joke because they're so clever. So I'm just super inspired by that, and I'm glad that people, you know, saw my rap as kind of that same, you know, feeling of I love to like listen to a song for the first time and get that like, oh my God, it's amazing. Like I love that feeling, you know. I think some people felt that way when they heard my song for the first time, and I think that's like the coolest thing in the world.
Definitely. And I want to wrap this chat up with quite a positive question. So if UK versus the World was to return for a second season, which one of your Canada season sister, from season 1 or 2 would you like to see return?
My dream is watching Tynomi Banks get another chance at this show. I think she is absolutely perfect in every way. She is an absolute sweetheart to work with. And I really think she kind of got, you know, I don't think that what happened to her on the show is reflective of who she is. So I would love to have the world be reintroduced to her in the way that, you know, Toronto and I know her as, which is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, Tynomi would absolutely kill it, I'm sure. Okay, well, thank you for this chat, Lemon. I just want to ask you now, finally, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans? I'm not sure if you know, Pangina has been getting the wrath of Drag Race fans who can be
I think
bad.
that's stupid, and I want everyone to know that if you're sending hate to drag queens, you are not my fan, and you are not doing at all what you know my drag is about and what my life is about. But I will say to everyone, to my zesties, that I'm just so thankful for all of the love and all of the support. And you know, if you disagree, don't send Pangina anything. Just send me some money.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Tip your queens as well.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, there's no cash prize, but give me one.
exactly. So I'd like to thank you so much for your time today, Lemon. It's been lovely speaking to you. I'll definitely see you on the road when you're here in the UK, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the day.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everyone tuning in.
Bye-bye.